My name is Liam Foster. I used to laugh at ghost stories. That was before I said hello, and something answered back. It started 2 months ago when I moved to a small coastal town called Ravenshade. I'd gotten a cheap deal on an old house near the cliffs. It was quiet, peaceful, the kind of place writers dream about. But the locals weren't exactly welcoming. At the grocery store, people stared when I told them my address. One old man behind the counter muttered, "That house don't like to be lonely." I just laughed. Well, good thing I talk a lot. He didn't laugh back. The first few nights were fine. Windy, a bit cold, but calm. Then came the night of the first hello. It was around 1 a.m., and I was lying in bed, scrolling through my phone, when I heard a faint whisper downstairs. A single word. "Hello?" It was soft, almost friendly. I froze. Maybe the wind, I thought, or the TV left on. Still, my curiosity got the better of me. I walked down the stairs slowly, every step creaking like the house was holding its breath. "Hello?" I said back, half smiling, half nervous. Silence. Then, faintly, from the dark hallway, "Hello." Exactly the same tone as mine. I switched on the lights. Nothing. Just empty air. I laughed it off and went back to bed. The next morning, I told my friend Ethan on the phone. "Bro, that's creepy as hell," he said. "Probably just the house settling," I replied. He chuckled. "Just don't start talking to it. You'll end up summoning something," I joked. "Maybe it's just lonely." But something in my gut didn't find it funny. Then that night, the whisper came again. "Hello." This time, it was closer. Right outside my bedroom door. I didn't move. Didn't breathe. My heart was pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. And then, 3 slow knocks. I grabbed my baseball bat and yanked the door open. No one. The hallway was dark. But as I turned on the light, I noticed something on the floor. A wet footprint. Barefoot. Small. It led away from my door, down the stairs, and vanished halfway. The next morning, I checked the security cameras I'd installed. At 1:06 a.m., my front door opened by itself. Then nothing. No one entered. I rewound it again and again. The door just opened. And at 1:07 a.m., the audio picked up a faint whisper. "Hello." That was enough to make me call the landlord. He sighed heavily when I told him. "You shouldn't have answered," he said. "Answered what?" "The greeting. You said hello back, didn't you?" I hesitated. "Yeah?" He lowered his voice. "This isn't the first time someone's heard it. People who do, it follows them." "Follows?" He hung up before I could ask more. That night, I locked every door, every window, left all the lights on. Still, at 1 a.m., the lights flickered. Then, the voice came again. "Hello." Only this time, it sounded different, deeper, like it was speaking from the walls. I whispered, "Who are you?" The house creaked, and the voice whispered back, "You know me." I felt my skin crawl. I grabbed my phone to record, but the screen turned black. Then my own voice, recorded from earlier, echoed through the house. "Hello?" It was me, my voice, playing back from nowhere. Then came the whisper again, closer than ever. "Finally, you heard me." The next morning, my reflection looked wrong. When I brushed my teeth, I noticed my reflection's lips moved after mine. A second delay. I blinked. It blinked late. Then smiled when I didn't. I dropped the toothbrush. That's when my phone buzzed with a new voicemail. It was a static-filled recording, my own voice whispering, "Hello." And behind it, faintly, A second voice whispering, "Found you." Desperate, I called Ethan. "Man, you gotta come over, please." He came that evening. I told him everything. The voice, the reflection, the recording. He laughed nervously. "Okay, let's prove it. We'll stay up together tonight." We made coffee and waited. Midnight passed. Nothing. Then at 1:03 a.m., the air went cold, the kitchen light dimmed, and from the hallway, "Hello?" We both froze. Ethan whispered, "You heard that, right?" Before I could answer, the voice said again, louder this time, "Hello?" We turned. A dark figure stood in the doorway. Tall, human-shaped, but its face was blurred, like a photo smudged by shaking hands. Ethan shouted, "Who's there?" The figure tilted its head. Then, in my exact voice, it said, "Hello, Ethan." Ethan dropped the cup in his hand. It shattered on the floor. He ran to the door, but it wouldn't open. The figure stepped closer, dragging one foot. Each step echoed like a heartbeat. I yelled, "What do you want?" It smiled. "Someone to answer." Then, it vanished. Just gone. We stood there in silence, shaking. Ethan packed his things and left before sunrise. He never came back. Now I hear the voice every night. Sometimes it whispers from my phone, sometimes from behind the mirror, sometimes from inside my own head. I've moved 3 times since then. Different towns, different states. It always finds me. At 1:03 a.m. "Hello." And every time I try to ignore it, something bad happens. The lights go out, my phone glitches, doors creak open. It's like it needs me to respond. And sometimes I do. Not because I want to, because I can't help it. It's like something in me answers before my brain does. And when I do, I feel a cold hand brush my shoulder. Just once, like it's reminding me I'm still here. If you ever hear someone say hello when no one's there, don't answer. Don't even look around, just leave. Because once you answer, they know your voice, and they never stop calling. So, what would you do? If someone whispered hello in an empty room, would you say it back? Tell us in the comments below. Because maybe they're waiting for you to answer next.